You're doing a fine job, Laura. You don't hear anything.
What a suspicious-looking button. I wonder what it does.
You don't hear...
My Ernie, he was a wonderful man. I really loved him.
Oh, sure you did. I know your type, Yvette. I know you didn't really love him.
But I did. Ernie was the first man I've ever really loved. I was even trying to find work for him so he could make the extra money.
Why did he need extra money? He had a good job here, didn't he?
It was the gambling. The ice pick. He killed my Ernie for the gambling debts.
Ernie wasn't killed with an ice pick.
No, the ice pick is the... how do you say it? The lone fish.
Lone fish? Oh, you mean ice pick is the name of a loan shark?
Oui, the ice pick is an evil man.
You're sure he's the one who killed Ernie?
My Ernie, he was worried about the ice pick. He told me about him this evening.
Very curious. I'm surprised you had time to see Ernie tonight.
Why is that?
Because you've been spending so much time with Mr. Dorian.
Oh, you mean the Steve. He is the attractive man, but we are only the friends, no? But my Ernie, what will I do without him?
I can see you're upset. I'll leave you alone. Steve! Mr. Dorian.
Miss Bow.
Thank you for showing me your scars, Steve. They were very, very nice.
Haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Dorian.
Well, women keep carrying me off.
Carrying you off?
Yeah. First, Miss Delacroix pulled me away from the party to show me the old master's gallery. Then there was Dr. Miklos. She's been pestering me about my scars ever since she found out I worked on the docks. Weird lady.
You don't seem too upset by all the attention.
Well, I would rather have spent the time with you.
I'd think a big, strong man like you would have been able to get away from them if you wanted to do so.
Well, I hate to be rude, and I did end up finding you here.
Have you heard about the murders?
Murders? Oh, I guess somebody did mention that.
You seem kind of distracted.
Yeah, well, I've got news for you, too. I think some of the paintings in the old master's gallery are forgeries. The paint is still wet on some of them.
Yes, well, I hardly think that...
Oh, Steve, a terrible thing has happened. Ernie is dead.
Ernie?
Yes, my Ernie. What will I do? Oh, I need a big man to cry on. Please, come into my office.
Sorry, Miss Bow. The poor woman seems very upset. Maybe there's something I can do for her.
I can just guess what that is.
We can talk more later, okay?
We'll see about that.
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office.
Ooh la la.
How does that feel?
It is magnifique.
I'm not rubbing too hard, am I?
The harder the better, mon ami.
Well, we all get a little stiff now and then.
Ooh, and you are so good at working out the kinks.
Would you mind not moaning so loud? You might draw attention.
Oh, I cannot be helping it. You are so big and so strong.
Oh my.
Oh, dear!
Miss Bow,
Sacré bleu.
I can explain this.
I bet you can, Mr. Dorian.
I'm just rubbing her neck.
Oui, and he does it so well.
I'll just leave you two alone.
Miss Bow, wait!
You don't hear anything. This door is locked. When you push the button, you hear a sliding noise off in the distance, clearly originating outside of this room. There's a pool of blood on the floor. The subject of this sculpture looks curiously familiar. The sculpture gives off a strong smell of fresh plaster. Yvette's face doesn't look as good in death as it did in life, perhaps because her makeup is covered with plaster dust. The scarf around Yvette's neck looks suspiciously like the hosiery she was wearing on her legs earlier. It's Yvette's left hand. Yvette's cleavage. It appears to be a pair of bifocal glasses. There appears to be a fingerprint on one of the lenses of the bifocals, although you have no way to identify it. You pick it up and place it in your purse. Definitely red hairs, probably human. You pick it up and place it in your purse. Yvette's left hand is plastered. Yvette's right hand is plastered. The scarf clearly isn't a scarf. It's the silk hosiery Yvette was wearing earlier in the evening. Her neck under the scarf shows red friction burns, as if she was strangled. This makes you wonder if she died during a passionate moment or had simply developed the habit of wearing silk hose around her neck. There is plaster in all of the openings on Yvette's face: mouth, nostrils, eyes, ears. She has several scratches on her face, as well as cuts on her lips. There is plaster in all. The scarf clearly isn't a scarf. It's the silk hosiery Yvette was wearing earlier in the evening. There are a few scratches on Yvette's skin, as if she was in a struggle before she died. No split ends. Goodness, Laura, there's nothing unusual about Yvette's cleavage. Nice weave in the hardened fabric of the dress. There are a few scratches. No split. There is plaster in. Yvette's bare, plaster-dusted dead flesh feels stiff and cold.
Countess, why are you tied up on my desk? Your face has certainly changed to an attractive pale color, my dear. You seem a little under the weather. Are you okay? Oh dear, you don't look well at all. O'Reilly! You want Mr. O'Reilly? Okay, just wait right here and I'll go get him. Hello, Miss Bo. Do you know where Mr. O'Reilly is?
Well, no, not exactly. I assume he's still in the museum.
Well, I'll find him. If you see him first, would you tell him that the Countess is dying on the desk in my office?
The Countess is dying? What's wrong with her?
Well, she's looking rather pale. Her eyes are glazed, and she's not breathing much. I'd guessed she'd been bitten by a snake.
By a snake?
Must you keep repeating everything I say? In any case, I've got to go now.
It's a petite woman's shoe. The backs of the high heels on this expensive woman's shoe are heavily scuffed. A close look seems to indicate that the red hairs belong to a human. It looks like a piece of fabric torn from Yvette's dress, possibly in a moment of passion. The chair is made of wood, and it smells like Yvette's perfume. Assorted garbage fills the wastebasket. Pencil shavings, torn typing paper, fingernail clippings, carbon paper, and apple core, and an empty bottle of French champagne. The typewriter keys hold fingerprints that probably belong to Yvette. Since the floor is an odd location for a desk lamp, and since other desk items have been disturbed, you conclude that the lamp was knocked down during some sort of physical activity that took place on the desk. A little bunch of grapes. Chilled, you remember something about grapes being found alongside the victims of Jack the Ripper. They seem to be ordinary table grapes, nice and ripe. You pick it up and place it in your purse. You detect a trickle of what could prove to be cobra venom. You deem it wise not to touch it when you remember that it's a neurotoxin that causes progressive paralysis leading to respiratory failure. That biology class was useful after all. A cobra fang is embedded in the Countess's swollen ankle. It's the bound and dead body of the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton. The scent of the smelling salts is overpowering at this close range. You pick it up and place it in your purse. Smelling salts. Phew! Her bloodshot eyes are open and staring into infinity. Her lips have a bluish tint. There are no signs of violence on or around her face or head. Her fingernails are clean and unbroken, showing no signs of violence. It's the bound. The skin on her hand is as pale as her face, showing minor signs of lividity in the palms. Don't touch it. The intercom has fallen on the floor. A thank you note. A paper with printed words on it. Looks like an important document. Looks like an... You decide not to read beyond the title, Proceedings of the 20th Annual Conference on Domestids. You decide not to read beyond the title, Proceeding... A scientific paper with the title, Social Habits of the Cherrystone Clam. It's a thank you note addressed to Dr. Olympia Miklos from Laurie O'Shannon, age 12. Dr. Miklos, thank you for introducing me to the world of bones. Since I met you, I have become a big collector of all kinds of bones. I like bones. As you said, bones are our friends. I even have a human skull I named Charlie. Thank you very much. The intercoms came. A scientific report on the topic of archaeological excavations in Ahwahnee, California.